It finally happened. I moved into the new room. But yes, this has been a long time coming, this room change. In fact, this room change idea was started around sometime about a little over than a year ago, maybe a bit more than just a little over than that. But yes, it's finally happened, which means that I can finally give you the room tour. The one thing that seems to be the one question that everyone keeps asking me, despite me literally making an entire video on it like about a month ago or 2 months ago at this point. But to be fair, yes, that video is now outdated by a couple of things, so why not give you the updated room tour? So let me show you around this new space that we're in. So this is what it looks like when you enter. It's a very small room when you look into it. Like, you could barely fit like 5 people in here. So yes, it is pretty tiny when you think about it. But it is also the first time that I'm able to have like a proper working space for like stuff that I actually want to do and not have a bunch of furniture just lying around, holding my own personal things like clothing and maybe a bed, because that's what you need to sleep on. But yes, it is a tiny room nonetheless, so I still like it though. I did like the way it turned out. I've been in 2 different locations with the rooms having different layouts each, and no matter which layout it was, it could never beat whatever this is that I got going on right now. Those other rooms were just essentially like, okay, let me try and put the camera at a specific angle so you don't see the half side of the room that houses a lot of personal stuff like schoolwork and other stuff like pictures. Probably the first thing that'll catch your attention when you walk into the room is gonna be the massive altar that I have sitting right behind me every time I sit down at the desk for a stream or when I record a video. Yes, this is actually the kind of background that I've been wanting for this channel for a very, very long time. Again, in the other rooms that I've been in with the different layouts, the closest I ever got to something like this was having a mountain of drawers and the backside of a wardrobe that was pinned to the side of the wall, but at the same time it was also holding down a green sheet because I tried doing a green screen, but then I replaced it for a red carpet because I thought red was gonna work at the time. It didn't for green screen, but it did help with the sound. But yes, this is the layout that I originally planned on having for every setup that I've had in the past, and ever since I moved into this place back in 2020, during the pandemic, mind you, I was slowly building that kind of setup. Unfortunately, again, I was limited with the amount of space that I had, so I could only get 2 pieces of furniture, of shelving. It was a shelving unit, as well as a cubicle unit, which is this one right here. And I just stack them together to create the background that you guys are probably used to seeing a lot by now. But since then, we've just evolved it. We got more furniture, we got more stuff to put up on the shelves and all that, and it stuns me, the fact that I was able to build a set like this in the corner of a room so we can fit more stuff, so even better. Of course, it houses all of my great collectibles that I've collected over the years, all the things that I got from London all the way here to Jib, maybe Spain too. There's a lot of merch in here, a lot of it. Stuff that goes all the way down to the early 2000s, stuff that goes all the way up to the most recent of times. So it's pretty cool. I like the mixed variety of different things that I got, you know, stuff from like Lego, Jack Specific, First 4 Figures, you name it. I got it all here. Not everything though, but I'm trying to aim for that. Now, a lot of it is actually the Sonic merch. This goes mostly on the top side of everything, but down low here at the bottom, we of course have the Five Nights at Freddy's collection. Yes, I have a little small collection of FNAF merch. Going mostly from plushies. I got the books back here in the corner. I got this giant Bonnie statue that's still in this box, which I now am thinking that I'm refusing to unbox because it is apparently very fragile and it can also break very easily. So I will not be opening that at all. We got some extra pieces of merch, like I have 2 pens of Five Nights at Freddy's. I got a Foxy and a cupcake one. I also got smaller things like keychains of the original 3. I got a Roxanne card that came with something. I can't remember what it was. I got a very small Rockstar Chica that was part of a sandball that I had to hammer down. I bet you remember that.
Batter up.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. That went places.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, this is all going places. It went in my mouth. And just next to it, I have the Funko Pop collection of Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes, like everything else, it's in chronological order. That's the way I prefer it. I don't know why. It's just satisfying to have stuff in chronological order, not gonna lie. Of course, right above the FNAF stuff, we have the G Fuel collection that houses all of the tasteful G Fuel flavors that I've had over the years, including the Chili Dog G Fuel, which I'm never gonna forget. It was one of my favorite collabs of all time with Polly B. It was nightmarish, I'll say that, but it was definitely worth it. 100%. Yep. We got some more Sonic stuff up here. And more Sonic stuff up here. We got the Sonic Funko Pops up here. I want to say like 90% of this set is mostly just Sonic merch, but I do want to start going away from Sonic for a little bit, especially on the merch side of things, and I want to expand on different IPs. Like, I do want to collect more Five Nights at Freddy's merch. I do want to do that, but more importantly, I also want to collect merch on other IPs that I personally like, one of which is the Avatar series. I only got one piece of merch from Avatar. I got this Aang statue from the London trip that I went in 2023. And Aang right here protects my coconut. I don't know why I got a coconut, but I got a coconut. I had this for a prop for a video, and I completely forgot that I had it. So Aang, protect my coconut with all your might. Use the Avatar state if you must. Just below Aang, we got some movie merch, as well as some extra stuff. We got the Adventure First 4 Figures statue, which is never going to be unboxed, just like the Bonnie box that I have. This bad boy is staying boxed because, my god, these things are expensive. These, back when they came out, went for like $100 to $300. I was lucky enough to get this for like 100 euros, which is kind of insane. Down below, we got some Sonic Movie 2 merch with some books here and there. And underneath, we've got some extra things like stuff from Sonic Prime and just some more Jack-specific things. Now, the shelving unit that's a lot more important is, of course, this one, which houses all of the physical games that I have collected over the years. And it is probably the one shelf that I can't believe I had trouble with, because I somehow managed to fit a lot of games into one shelf, but I cannot fit a lot of them in this new one. I don't understand why, because a lot of the PlayStation games that I have were able to fit in one shelving unit. But this bigger one, for some reason, I can't fit all of them, so I have to use the shelf below to stack extra games from PlayStation down there, because I just don't have the space for it. I don't care if physical's going away. I'm going to collect as many physical games as I possibly can, just so that I can grow my collection. Take that, Sony. But yes, going from top to bottom, we have the Sonic collection, which goes from release order all the way to most recent game that came out. And then right underneath the Sonic stuff, we've got the PlayStation games, which are once again in alphabetical order. It makes things so much easier to find when you want to find a specific game. Same thing goes with the Switch games. Those are in alphabetical order. Same with the Wii and the Wii U, DS, 3DS, and 360. They're all in alphabetical order. What's more unique is that the movie collection that I have over here on DVD, they actually range from least scary to most scary, with least scary being Ratchet and Clank the movie, and most scary being my middle school play, which I, for some reason, have on DVD. I don't know why, but I still have that. Right next to it, we got the cubicles right here that house some books, and also the best book in all of existence. I still haven't read this properly. I still have to read it. We got some more Jack-specific merch down here. We got these lovely 6 individuals praising my pink Xbox 360 controller that I got in the UK back in 2023. Probably the best thing that I have going on this cubicle right now. And down here, we just have some extra things, like the pins that I've collected over the years, which I still need to hang up on a board. Down below, we have the Disney Infinity figures, and then just around that, we've got some extra filming equipment, which I have that still need to be utilized. I also got these foam acoustic panels installed into the walls to help dampen down the sound. I know I've been told that these things are a problem because once they're on the walls, they ain't never gonna come back off. So it was a risk to put them on. It was either these boards or just don't have anything whatsoever. Right here in this corner, we got some extra boxes, you know, console boxes and such, whatever. But most importantly, of course, when it comes to every setup in existence, cable management is everything. And if you remember watching my video on how I make content type of video, you'd know that cable management for me was not the best. It was not good at all. So moving into this room, I tried to fix it up a little bit, and thankfully I did. Unfortunately, it's still the same. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot better. Like, everything that is connected on the left side of the table is on the left side now. Everything that is connected to the right side of the table is on the right side of the table. So everything kind of just goes in its own direction, and it's not tangled as much. It's still a fire hazard. Every creator has a fire hazard of some kind, and if you don't create a fire hazard of some kind, you're not a real creator, that's for sure. But having the cables done like this really does help out a lot, because when I use my standing desk, none of the cables are tugging on anything, which means that I can finally lift up this desk to its full potential. It's not halfway there, it's not fully just halfway down, it's all the way down and all the way up without tugging on anything whatsoever, which makes it so much better. So in case I want to do a standing video, I can do a standing video properly, and I don't need to worry with anything being pulled. Don't get me wrong, things are still left hanging, like some cables, and of course my Elgato, that is definitely hanging. I blame short cables for that, if anything, then but nonetheless, even though it is still hanging, it still does the job, and I can't be any more happier with to have the set the way it does. Right below the desk, of course, we have this new piece of furniture. It is not a wooden plank that holds all my consoles in a very fragile way, left hanging on half sides here and there. No, we got this new piece of furniture to hold all of the consoles. Not all of them could fit inside of those cubicles, so some of them are just on top of it, like the Switch 2, the PS2, and the Switch 1, and my Wii U gamepad. So everything's just there, and it fits perfectly. The table doesn't touch it. When it's lowered to the bottom, it's got the perfect height. Love it a lot. And of course, if you want an example of what one of the plugins looks like, behold this behemoth of a cube that is definitely just bound to get knocked down at some point somehow. But it still hasn't caused me any problems yet, but we'll see what happens. I will say that there is something that I've had for almost about a year now that is connected to this cube that is now stuck to the back of my wall. These are Yeelights, at least that's what they are called. They're basically just light panels that you can create different patterns with. A lot of creators tend to use these a lot for backgrounds. Personally, I think I'm just going to use these as front lights because they are really bright and they brighten up this room a lot. Like, that's just that light. And everything just is well lit. Everything is just really good and well lit in here. Just those panels are on. Yeah. But yes, we have those lights connected on. In fact, you can see them turned on right now thanks to the reflection of these glass cabinets. A lot of people have questioned me, like, why do you have triangle-shaped lights on the wall? And no, it's those. And it does me a lot of wonders, and I love them a lot. Definitely not cheap. I spent a lot of money on this set, but it's the moment that everyone's been wanting at this point. Yes, it is the highlight of this room. You thought the set was the highlight? You thought the setup itself was the highlight? Or the lights of the acoustic panels? Nah, it's the fact that I have, a drum roll please, a couch. Yes, I have a couch now in this room. Whenever it is that I got guests over, or if I plan to do a collab or any streams with people here in person, I could always just hook up a second camera and have that camera pointing at the couch. I could just do that, which is really it's gonna be really fun to do. The fact that we can finally do couch co-op, literally couch co-op. But yes, I have a couch now, which makes me very happy that I have a couch. I just like saying that I have a couch in my room now. It makes look a little. When it comes to the setup itself, of course, I got my lovely Stream Deck, which allows me to switch from different scenes on OBS, which is what I use to record and do streams on. It does me wonders because I don't have to keep using my mouse when playing games to switch between scenes here and there. I can just use this thing. I can also open up different apps with this thing. I can open up Google, I can open up Twitter, I don't know, Instagram. I get a lot of comments about my keyboard. It is a Razer keyboard. It's not the kind of keyboard that I was expecting, like for this example. Yes, it does a lot of noise, but to be honest, it is satisfying when you hear all that noise when clicking. Like, I mean, but just listen. That's so, Obviously, I got a dual monitor setup going on. It is a 1920 by 1080 monitor. It is not 4K. These monitors do me wonders and love them a lot. In fact, it's better than whatever it is that I was dealing with back then, which was a laptop, believe it or not. I used a laptop and a TV. Mainly just a laptop. I just had a TV in the same room as everything else. Alright, that's pretty much the entire room. I know this video may seem a little shorter than you guys would have expected, but it's yeah, small room, short video. That would make sense, yeah. I hope this doesn't, you know, send like the wrong message, because I do see a lot of folks say like, I need all of this equipment to do streams here and there and to make videos, when in reality, no you don't. I started this channel making videos on a Samsung tablet of all things. And here I am now. Like, I just slowly started upgrading all of the stuff, but I started making stuff on a Samsung tablet on a regular Windows 7 computer. So I didn't really need all of this stuff to start making content. I just did it however I could, even with a lower budget. And I still tend to make things with low budget, believe it or not. I don't spend a lot of heavy duty equipment on stuff. Like, yes, I do have, you know, some professional gear like a Gorilla Pod and other Gorilla Pods that I have for some reason. But yes, that was the entire room tour. I cannot wait to finally start making full content in this room. Things are going different from now on. We're going to return back to form. We're going to be making skits. We're going to be doing some random unexplained videos again, which I have a lot of ideas for. But that's okay. You don't need to panic, because streams are still going to happen. Don't worry. They're still going to happen. They're not going away. We're just gonna be making more content in this room, so yeah. And of course, we can't forget about the bigger projects like the Creator Connected Universe series that I got going on for those collabs, and of course stuff like Cyber Eyes. That is still happening, so don't worry, all the stuff that we're doing now is still staying. We're just bringing back some old stuff that we used to do, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do. We're gonna try and incorporate a lot of ideas back into this channel. We're going to try and bring back some collabs. We're going to try and bring back some older collaborators that I used to do content with. Yeah, I don't know. But yes, that has been it, and I will catch you all in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. You know what to do. Don't forget to hit that join button to become a member. You'll gain exclusive perks. You'll get exclusive emojis for chats and comments. You'll gain access to early access content and exclusive stuff too, and a lot of other different perks. So yeah, anywho, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!